Jack from Void Division. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Just you know, riding out the lows, living up the highs. Highs are something that
Okay.
Void Division are having a ton of at the moment, man. You are about to go on an arena tour with Parkway Drive.
It's skits, isn't it? It's something else.
Like, are these the biggest rooms you've ever played?
Yeah, biggest rooms outside festivals we ever played. Yeah, actually, facts. Outdoor festivals are outdoor, and this is inside. So yeah, definitely the biggest indoor shows we've ever played. But fuck, man, it's seriously still like one of those things where you pinch yourself. Like we got this offer so long ago, it feels like now, but I still haven't properly come to terms with how it is, how big it is, and how really I think the first night is only going to be the first moment where I truly know what we're going into, which is awesome. But yeah, it's going to be so much fucking fun, and what a big moment for Australian music. It's fucking huge.
It's so sick, man. And growing up, curious, were Parkway an influence on the Void Division adventure?
Without a fucking doubt, man. Like it's been really nostalgic the past few weeks, seeing them post all the archived footage on like socials, and I've been getting all these flashbacks of just realizing how integral they really were into my musical development, and all my friends as well. Like they started to show us like that being in a band was possible. Like you watch that DVD and you watch them just going out and making do with what they could, and that was the ethos for local music, at least from around where I grew up. Like it's fucking crazy. Some of the venues we started out playing, there was like just youth centers and fucking cafes and fucking outdoor shows, like little house shows at skate parks. It's just it was shown that you could do it anywhere. It didn't have to be at a big fucking venue, and I think that's what it was in Australia for ages, like just the pubs and clubs, and all of a sudden you have this all ages scene just flourishing because this band has just popped up and fucking exploded and encouraged everyone behind them to come with them. And I think that's Parkway's legacy is just really bringing along the underdogs and just kind of paying it forward as always. And it's fucking insane that we've got that nod for this tour and we've been allowed to come along and just play to all these fucking Parkway Drive fans in these arenas. And it's just a whole nother level. Like I was saying with festivals, you win over so many new heads, but this is just a whole nother level. I think Australian music is just fucking in such a good place at the moment. And if this tour isn't saying that, then I don't know what the fuck is.
Oh man, it's just crushing it. And yeah, I see what you're saying about Parkway really being that sort of gateway to this being the reality for so many bands. And your band has been on a real hot streak of recent times. You've been doing everything from like putting out new music and new records and going to Europe and like doing all the things. What's been sort of the standout of your last 24 months for you?
The last 24 months, geez, 2 years, I reckon the American beginning. I think like going over to the States for the first time. We've been doing Europe and UK for a hot minute, but we only cracked into the States 2022, just straight after COVID and after so long, and it's fucking insane, man. We can really understand why music is the way it is over there and just how they celebrate it, and it's fucking crazy how quickly you can find yourself developing over there. I think we were a bit stressed after the second tour we did over there with money and everything, but this third one just gone in March, in April and May. We just finally just something clicked, and all of it's just started happening. And we're lucky enough to be going back in November after this Parkway tour with the Ghost Inside, and we get to celebrate that even further. We get to take the new record over, but I think just seeing the development over there happen so quickly, like it was like starting a band all over again. Essentially, it was like touring Australia all over again, starting with the shitty band tours and then moving your way up. Except this time we kind of had cheat codes and we're older and more mature and we understand how things work and how to actually like make our way up a bit quicker than we have in Australia in the past. And yeah, it's all paying off and it's fucking exciting. So I think that's definitely been one of my highlights for the past 24 months.
Yeah, it's so cool, and like it's really interesting that you're doing that run with Ghost Inside because of course you're joining Ghost Inside on this fucking tour,
It's
which
fucking
is
nuts, man. It's a really interesting effect. It's always kind of happened to this band. We've jumped on tours with I don't know other bands as supports, and then the next tour after will be with them as well. And I don't know if it's just a matter of like lucky you're there or like you're getting ideas because obviously we don't see behind the scenes all the time and we don't find out until after the fact, but fuck it's fun just like making your friends that way and making your connections that way because touring is just always going to be my favorite thing to do. Like performing on stage is obviously why we do what we do, and I think just being able to still be able to do that in the year 2024 when you're seeing a lot of stuff like looking pretty grim for other forms of other genres of music, and a lot of festivals sort of going under like Triple J World and such, but the heavy music scene is just fucking crushing it, and Destroyer Alliance got the monopoly at the moment and really putting the flag up for everyone, and it's fucking crazy to see, and I just am so fucking grateful to be a part of that scene because I've never been more proud. Like it's fucking awesome to see it doing what it's doing, and fuck man, like we're saying, sold out arena tours for a fucking Australian heavy band is something else. That's I've never seen that before, and fuck, I'm glad I'm seeing it now.
It's so sick, man. And just like having the opportunity to be a part of that is huge. And of course, September is this enormous month for you guys because not only are you out on the road with Parkway on this massive arena tour, you're dropping your album, What I'll Leave Behind. And that seems to me like something you've been building up to for a while. Like the Chronicles EPs really showed a gradual evolution of the Void Division sound and of your on your stage show and your presentation and everything. Do you feel like the record is going to really hit people over the head with the full extent of your creative vision?
I think so, man, because this really is an amalgamation of everything we have been experimenting with. Like you said, like it, I don't think we wanted to release an album until we had fully carried out that full experience. And while it was a bit of a wait, I can safely say, like, for this record, the wait is worth it because we finally have come to our own, and visually, aesthetically, sonically, however you want to put it, we have fully realized ourselves and where we want to be. And yeah, this album really is the quintessential Void Division album. Like we have just put everything in there. It's got the twists and turns. It's got everything that every iteration of a VOG fan could want. Something for everyone, really. And I'm just so proud to finally fucking put it out there because this really is our legacy. Like this is what we'll leave behind. Like no matter what comes after this, I'm just stoked that we got to put this album out and do what we did with it because it's fucking special. And I hope that people can appreciate that. And if not, that's cool. But it's the most special thing that we've ever been a part of. So I'm stoked with that.
That's awesome. Is there a track that you're really, really hanging for people to hear?
I am. I'm very excited for people to hear Neurotic, I think, because it is just a bit of a it's like the wacky world of Void Division that like we've always liked to keep a secret. But yeah, this one's just a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll be dropping some very fun visuals for that in the lead up. And yeah, I don't know, it's a bit of a fun one. I think it's got something in there that's going to be a bit of an earworm for everyone, which is cool.
That's awesome. Now you mentioned something pretty important there, where you're leaving people with this document of your band and where you are at this point in time. And of course, this is a retrospective tour that you're going on with Parkway here, where they're celebrating 20 years of their legacy. I'm curious, any specific songs that Parkway play on this tour from your fandom that you see as their like landmark legacy release?
I'm a sucker for killing with a smile. Like that's my favorite Parkway record. I am hoping that Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em Get to Go. That's that was my introduction to Parkway Drive. And it would be ultimate full circle seeing that live on like a fucking arena stage. Like the fact I was seeing that in just like community center rooms and like festival hall and stuff, and it's just fucking nuts. Like that song is gonna get a spin in fucking Qudos Bank Arena. But I think that's what I've got my eyes set on. But I will settle for Romance is Dead as well. So yeah, I'm happy with any of the above.
Hear that, Parkway? You better play. You better play Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em, and Romance is Dead at the very least, or else you'll have an issue with Jack from Void Division.
Let's see, we got problems. We got things to talk about.
That's it. So part of the role as an opener on these big festival tours is to get the crowd really pumped up and really ready to sort of start activating pits and opening up the circles and having a rad time. Is there a go-to track in the Void Division catalog that you think is the ultimate party starter?
I think well, usually the song we finish on, "The Lonely People," is our biggest party starter. But I don't know. I'm throwing it at everything for this tour. I'm going to be the biggest punish on live, like on this stage. Just yeah, I generally like to get the crowd in palm of my hand nice and early, so I'm hoping that I can do that very quickly in quick succession with this one. I think like the set list is very it's a blood pumper. So I'm excited to get it moving very early. And I think I hope people are surprised by what hits them that early on in the night, because it's going to be a fucking fun one.
Brilliant. We heard it here first, everyone. Boy Division throwing down the gauntlet to the Ghost Inside, to Prevail, to Parkway Drive. They're going to have the biggest pit of the tour, and it's all going to be because Jack's ignited them. Looking forward to seeing you at the Melbourne show, man. Keep on crushing, and yeah, I'm sure you'll have a blast.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.